How's the angle? Not great. I'm bringing my dog with me. He hopped in the car, so I guess he's coming with me, but oh my god, I literally can't. So basically, actually I'm gonna get out of my neighborhood. Yeah, we're already off to a rough start. So I am currently driving over, oh my god, my dog is like having an anxiety attack. I don't know what to do. But I'm currently driving over to Riley's house because I left my charger there like a week ago and I'm going out of town, so I kind of need to get it today and I don't work, so I just figured why not. Of course, she lives on the complete opposite side of town, so I'm currently driving from Southwest Portland all the way to where she lives. I don't know if she wants me to say what area she lives in, but it's on the other side of the river. It's so hot, but I don't want to turn the AC on because then the sound will be worse than it probably already is. But anyways, thought it would be a good time for me to film a little like chit chat, like drive with me video, because I'll be in the car for a little bit. But I don't know, I just kind of wanted to update you guys with what's going on in my life, because obviously I haven't been uploading all that much and I feel like I just kind of owe somewhat of an explanation, because I just kind of like drop off the face of the planet. I think it's been like a month since I last uploaded. For some reason I just always make excuses. I don't even know. Got my charger, just in case anyone is wondering. I am headed home now, but what was I saying? Oh my god, I literally don't remember what I was saying at all. Wait, I think I was talking about like why I'm not uploading as much anymore. For this video, I kind of want to talk about social anxiety and like how social media has like helped me in a way with that. And I don't know, I just think this is kind of a perspective not a lot of people have, and I wish more people had this kind of perspective. I am full on sweating. The other day I heard my coworker say something and then I read a tweet that kind of helped further explain this mindset. Okay, where did I leave off? So as I was saying, now I'm in a different location, as you can see, because the car trying to film it in there was just a mess. But I started to talk about how I heard something that my coworker said, and then I saw a tweet literally that same day. It was kind of weird, but they were just things that really like described how I have felt for the past few years, or just like the time that I've been on YouTube. It's just really like helped put into words how I felt, and I just kind of wanted to share them really quick and just kind of like give a little like walkthrough of my social anxiety throughout my life, and then kind of explain how it ties into why I might not have been uploading on YouTube as frequently as I used to. So if you know me, I've struggled with social anxiety since like forever, but I feel like it kind of peaked in high school, like middle of high school. And people always thought like, oh, well, if she's uploading on YouTube, she must be super outgoing, so why is she quiet and awkward in class? I don't know, like there was always such a like two-faced connotation to like the type of thing people would say, because they're like she's really outgoing on social media, but why is she not talking to anyone in class? Like she must hate everyone. Like that type of thing. I just want to say really quick, I know most people at my high school were not like that at all. In fact, the majority of people definitely didn't think like that, but there were a good handful of people that I know said that and did think that. So yeah, back to the video. So when I saw this tweet and heard my coworker say that, I was like, thank you, like this is literally what I've been trying to say for so long, but I just haven't been able to find the words to explain like how I feel. But basically my coworker, I'll just start with what she said. My coworker was saying how she thinks social media has like really helped her with her social anxiety, or just anxiety in general, kind of in like a tool to help her decompress but also be social. And then literally that same day I saw a tweet that kind of further explained it. I'll read it really quick. I'll put it like right here, but it says, people sometimes assume that being active on social media means you're very social. That isn't always true. Many people with social anxiety use social media as a support tool. They can communicate with groups of people, but on their terms, thus not getting too overwhelmed. And I just really resonate with that, like, so much. And I wish for everyone that always said, like, oh, well, she's really outgoing on a camera, but she's not in person, she must be a bitch, or she must be judging everyone or hate everyone. Like, I just wish I could read that to them. Like, I wish I had those words back then to use, because I would always just kind of be like, I'm talking to a camera, it's not the same, but I feel like this explains it so much more to someone who like really doesn't get it. Kind of a little tangent, but my sophomore year of high school, I was in a chemistry class and I really fucking hated it. I've never loved science. It's always kind of been my weakest subject, and I don't know, I was just struggling in the class and everyone had to take it. There was no way for me to get out of it. I didn't know this until I graduated, but during that class, my mom had emailed our chemistry teacher. Sarah was also in it, so mine and Sarah's chemistry teacher, and this isn't word for word, but like it's generally what she said. But she's just like, hey, like, my daughters like are kind of struggling in your class, like, are there any tutors or resources or anything you can do to help them? They're just not doing well in the class. And he responded with something that makes me so mad. He basically was just like, well, they're always uploading on YouTube. If they have no problem sharing videos for like thousands of people to see, then like, why can't they raise their hand and ask questions? Like, they could easily just ask me a question. That's not word for word what he said, but it's very similar, like roughly what he said. Like, anyone that has social anxiety or just like cannot raise their hand in a class, like, you know the frustration I'm feeling. The tweet that I just said like really explains how I feel about that. Raising your hand is not the same as filming YouTube videos. I film videos when I want to. I film videos to make myself feel better. I'm talking to a camera right now. Like, I'm not talking to anyone. I'm not talking in front of a classroom. Maybe if you're a super extroverted person, you might not get it, but I've never been able to raise my hand in class. Like, it's just something I could probably count on both my hands the amount of times I've raised my hand in class throughout school, which is so, like, it sounds sad. It's true. It's just the truth. But literally all throughout school, when my parents would go to like parent-teacher conferences or whatever, or like get my report cards back and be like, she's quiet, like she should probably engage a little more in class, like maybe talk more, like participate more. Obviously, as someone with social anxiety, I had always wanted to do that. I literally wanted to, but I physically couldn't, which sounds dramatic, but like, you don't, like, when you have social anxiety, you feel like you literally can't do it. Like, you feel like you literally can't speak in front of a group of people. I remember my freshman year, we had an assignment where we had to like read something in the front of the class. It was like an essay we wrote, I don't even remember, and I literally asked the teacher if I could do it. No, I had my friend ask the teacher if I could read it to her individually during lunch so I didn't have to read in front of the whole class. It's just, that's the kind of thought process I have, and maybe some of you have, or people that struggle with social anxiety have. I feel like a lot of people just like don't get that mindset, so I just kind of wanted to talk about it because I know a lot of people from my high school always saw my videos and they'd be like, why is she so outgoing with a camera? Like, she must hate everyone. She like sits there and she doesn't say a single thing. Like, she must be silently judging. And I don't know, I think just if you're shy in general, a lot of people always assume that you're silently sitting there and judging people, which is like not the case at all. Most of the time I'm sitting there like, I want to be able to talk. Why can't I talk? I don't know. It really doesn't make sense unless you struggle with it. I'm trying to explain it the best I can so someone who doesn't struggle with it can understand, but obviously that's hard to do. With that being said, I feel like that kind of explains why I don't upload as much on YouTube anymore. Back when my anxiety and social anxiety and all that kind of peaked in high school, I was the most consistent, most frequent on YouTube. I would always be uploading, and I guess that kind of proves this tweet and like how I feel. But now that I am in college, like, I feel like I've met a lot more people. I have a job where I'm forced to be social for at least a few hours on end, and I just feel like I'm in a more satisfactory place with my social life now more than I ever have been. I always kind of use YouTube to express myself and like who I am, and it was just kind of like a creative outlet but also a social outlet for me that I didn't really have in my real life. But now that I do have it in my real life, I just feel like it's not something I need as much. Don't get me wrong, I love doing YouTube and it's something that I'll probably continue to do for a long time, but it's also something I do for me. It's always kind of been a tool for me socially. I do it on my terms, if that makes sense. Like, I've always kept it very real on my channel, and that's something that I'm really proud of myself for. I feel like I've never been disingenuous. I don't want to just upload stupid little videos because it's that time of the week again, like gotta upload. Like, I want to upload videos because I want to upload it, you know? Like, I don't know, I've never strived for like YouTube fame or whatever. YouTube has just kind of always been something I just use for myself and like for self-expression. I don't really know where to go from here. I mean, obviously I'm not going to stop doing YouTube. I just wanted to explain that for people that are wondering where I am. It probably doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but hopefully it makes sense to at least a little bit of you. Hopefully this related to some of you. Honestly, if you do struggle with social anxiety, I really recommend making a YouTube channel. It's something that I know has really helped me throughout the years, and yeah, I don't know. That's really all I have to say. Hopefully this made sense slightly. Oh, this video is so all over the place. I'm sorry. I just thought I'd give a little update because I've been kind of MIA on YouTube. Follow my Instagram though, because I do post on there a lot more.